All right, here we are. We got Sam Cook, the Grand Poobah,
Hi. Hello,
the great worshipful master of the skateboard making Grange Hall. We've got John Ryan Xander Mellencamp, and his better half is sheltering from public view behind him. She is terrific. And we're at part 2, shaping in a deck with Bryce. And I'm flipping you guys back and forth from the views, so things are backwards and forwards. I think you're fine. So where are we, Bryce? I'm going to flip you guys around, and you're going to get to see.
We're back. I showed you that flat template earlier. We've now mounted it through the holes that we drilled off of our template, and this is what we're left with, the flat shape. So route, again, is to get a nice, even, consistent shape of this board. So we're going to go ahead and start cutting this. All right. So now that we've cut that, we're left with a nice even shape. As you can see, we still have this left. It barely cuts it. So now we're going to go over here to basically this giant pin router.
Pin router! Does that thing get hot?
No, all that wood scrap, that's free heat. We burn that.
They got a nice wood burning stove over there.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take this off of the template. Bear with me, this one's probably going to be a little tight. Oh, really?
What's the deal with the pizza? Everybody, Luke Coffey is in the shop over there. Luke Coffey is talking with Sam. Luke's in the process of, he's going from
Colorado to Illinois to Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, but only in my mind. The farms I pass, the fields of grass, the little country inn makes me long for Wisconsin. Sorry, I'm living in Wisconsin.
We're done with this flat template now. We've already cut the shape. We're not cutting multiples. Find a good home for it in the old template rack.
Chris Gurley writes, didn't screw it up on camera. Sweet. Oh, I think Jason Wren knows. Chris Gurley writes, Luke.
Hi, Chris. I love you. You're the best ever.
Okay.
Just a quick road note. I will be writing your quote, the quote from your post yesterday, Chris, on my board today. We're going to be doing that later. So here you go. Back to Bryce.
So let's focus in here. Now, you see how this is beveled and we don't have a nice 90-degree edge on this?
Word.
We're going to go ahead and shave that down until it touches this back half here.
Yep.
That way we know we have a nice square edge that when we route, we're not taking out inconsistent material.
Stansbury says, hi, Bryce.
Stansbury, I miss you, buddy. Okay, so now, let's just say PPE.
So it's time for Bev Life here. Bev Life. PPE. That's the rules. He has to wear the PPE.
That makes me feel better.
Boy, I'll tell you, it makes you feel a lot better when you touch a glove to this thing. You guys can see there's a lot of some custom fabrication applications here. And you're seeing that, let's focus here, says Stansbury. Let's focus here.
Okay, so this block is, I'm gonna lose the math real fast.
All right, so this block here is basically our level. So we know that when we're here, we can use that edge to create a nice flat edge against the ends.
Roger that.
All right, so.
We got brother Michael Gage in the background on that shot. Michael, say hi to the camera. The camera loves you. It adds 10 pounds, but you're doing well.
So now we're back here, and we've removed that bevel from both ends of the nose and tail.
Okay, we have a question from the viewers
What's
that
that
has to be addressed. Thomas Stansbury wants to know, is there a PPE that I use for my beard? All right, so here's the deal. It's only a matter of time, friends, until I lose part or all of my beard in a rotary tool. But Bryce, go ahead and hold the camera. I'm gonna demonstrate. It's highly technical. So this can be done with or without sunglasses.
Optional,
On the shirt.
completely
Pull
optional.
the shirt out, and you grab a big old mess of beard, and you just stuff it. Then now it's curving up, right? Sometimes it's even sticking out. You just give it a shake. And then I know I need to put another knot in my beard. This is embarrassing. Sometimes I'll be doing work in the public and I get one of these.
Oh, that is so.
You get a dog tail? But a frontal dog
It's
tail?
a frontal dog tail. And that's when I know I need to put another. Now I put another knot in my beard this morning in the shower. Put another knot in. This was sticking out much more impressively earlier today, but now it's a lot less. But a lot of times I'll stick it through my belt loop while I'm working if it's long enough. But otherwise, that's the way you do it. You keep your beard out of your work, and also I try to stand when I'm working, so that I'm always working here. I'm not working too far ahead of myself, so I fall into something, or too close, too far back. I try and work right here. It's the same when I fight. But we'll talk about that on a different video, right? But I don't want to have to reach out for anything. I don't want to have to lean over for anything. But that's how I keep myself relatively safe when I'm doing batches. Now when I'm doing, it's most likely to happen on a live video, because a lot of times in a live video I leave my beard out because that's just good branding. I'm half kidding. All right, so there you go.
Okay.
All right, Bryce. Back to Bryce.
All right, so we've shaved that down. We've gotten rid of that beveled edge. We've got it nice and square. This here is something that Sam has fabricated. A lot of people who are making boards are using handheld palm routers. And over time of doing that, that palm router is going to lay in on your wrist. It's not going to feel great. And this here is amazing.
Now, Sam and I just had a talk about that. And this is a critical piece. That is over $100 piece of equipment right there. And the better that is, the better this works. That's just a fact. We're trying to figure out how to do it on the cheap, but that's a fact.
Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and route this one out, top and bottom side. our edges are much, much cleaner all the way around. You
Wow,
can see.
that's so much better than what I do in my shop. So much better. I just, when you guys have watched me, you know I use a laminate trimmer, a pen router, and I knock down the corner and I fix it on the sander. This is actually this is actually much closer to the final product than I get on mine. And I just knock the corner off and reduce the amount I do on Jan drum sander in my shop.
Which
this
is where we are heading next.
That's where we're headed next. So he's just going to clean that up on there.
So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that our bladder bag has enough air.
You check that while I have a chat with our friends. So another thing is the more precise this routing is, the more centered the truck holes are at the final product. I mean, we're talking very small tolerances on a process like this. But because I'm so rustic in my production...
Warning, I got a kick on the air compressor.
Oh, he's got a kick on the air compressor. That's not that bad. Because I'm so rustic in my process, I put my truck holes in last. Because who knows where I'm going to be on the final symmetry with all the sanding I have to do with such a rudimentary router. So, cool to see a really good fabricated setup. Oh, comes with a vape. So he's putting air into the sanding bladder. Is that a sandrite? No, it's a different one. I'm going to flip you guys back around. All right. I'm going to see W. Dean Jones asks a question. Can you make a single kick freestyle? Hey, Sam!
Yeah, we make single kick freestyle decks.
Yes, everything. We make all of them.
So a single
How
kick
many
is...
do you need?
There you go. Yes, the answer, W. Dean Jones, the answer is yes. How do people contact Life Skateboards? How do they ask
Email,
questions
phone
like that?
number,
Is it on the site? On the website. Email the website. And Sam and Bryce
Or
are here to help
Instagram,
you.
Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook. All right. That's at Life Skateboards 1010.
Yes.
On Instagram.
At Life Skateboards 1010 on Instagram.
Lifeskateboard.com.
Lifeskateboard.com.
No S.
That's right. There we are. W. Dean Jones, thanks for that question.
Oh, boy.
Oh, major technical glitch. He's cleaning it. Right there. Right there. Now, you're watching Bryce sanding a board through John Ryan Xander Mellencamp's glasses reflection. It's
great.
It's board sanding inception. All right, we've got some good questions from Chris Gurley. We're going to come up with some answers for you, Chris. Hang on here. Once Bryce finishes up this one here, He's working it. Work it, girl. All right, welcome to the mirror universe. So, Chris Gurley is asking how many boards can you do before you have to change the sandpaper on this wheel? And my answer is hundreds. You notice that he cleaned it first. I clean after I use that. While the wood and the glue on the wheel are still hot, I clean it. And he used a wire brush, and then he used a gum stick. I just use the gum stick, and mine lasts for hundreds of boards. I buy them in like 5-packs, and it lasts me a long time. So really don't go through a lot of sandpaper if you treat that right. Also, the grit on some of these is really, really durable on the higher ends. But sometimes it's by what you get. And I'm gonna see if I can interrupt Bryce and ask him, hey Bryce! How many boards do you get out of that sandpaper right there?
Approximately about 50.
Okay. Okay.
Give or take about 50 we can get out of one belt.
And then what grit is that? 80?
This is 80, yes.
80 grit on this drum.
Yep.
So we're running 80 grit, which is not like a super high precise. It just removes just enough, but
Yeah.
not too much, so you're smoothing.
We're considering going to 60.
Wow. Now that's aggressive. I mean, when you get down to 40, now that's about rasping away a bunch of wood. I like 80. I use 80 on mine. I've also used 120 on mine. And for my work in my little shop, less is more. You're going to get crappy edges from me that you may love. But I'm just prototyping for these guys now. In fact, after we're done with this board, we're going to be doing a video on this shape I cut and prototyping it into a production piece from here. So what do you, I interrupted you before you're done, right?
So I finished and got this bevel really nice. That way it's not a square edge. It's nice and round all the way through.
Everybody here can appreciate a good edge on a skateboard.
So we're working on that edge. And if you can see on this one here has got a lot more squareness to it.
Nice.
You can really see it right in here.
High standards, man.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and knock this set down.
He's going to knock that down. I'm going to sign us off until the next one. It could be in 5 to 15 minutes. We'll be back with you soon, friends. Thanks for joining us.